Hi, I'm Shannon Doyle, and I'm the owner and principal broker here at Eugene Realty Group. And I thought I would create a little video. We get a lot of questions about why you should buy a home, when's a good time to buy a home, and what are the advantages of owning a home versus renting a home. So I just thought I'd do a little video and just kind of explain some of the ins and outs of that. One of the things I love to explain to folks when they're possibly buying their first home is the advantages of buying a home. And I like to use this analogy. I'm sure most of us have heard our parents or grandparents at some point talk about how a quart of milk used to cost, a nickel or something like that, and a loaf of bread was 10 cents and something else was a quarter. And now, of course, those things cost, $3, $4, $5, $6. And that is inflation over time, which we all know. And so I think one of the best advantages of buying a home is that you lock in today's price. A lot of people don't think so much about that, but I know when my parents were buying a home, you could buy a house for like $30,000. And so it's pretty amazing now. I mean, you can hardly find something for under $200,000 in our market here in Lane County. So that is really just, the economy over time. So one of the things I think is terrific about buying a home is that you lock in today's price, which is pretty much guaranteed to go up over the course of your lifetime or, however long you stay there. Obviously, the market has fluctuations in it. It goes up and it goes down. But over time, though, it has been shown, that prices just steadily increase. And we can see that with everything around us, from the car you drive to the food we buy to all kinds of different stuff. So kind of interesting, I think, with a long-term mentality, what's today's price, you get to lock it in. And for some folks, most mortgages are about 30 years. Either 15 or 30 years is usually kind of the standard. So, you think about that over the course of 30 years. What is a home that's worth $250,000 today going to be worth in 30 years? It's probably going to be significantly more. So you get to lock that in and lock in your payment. The other thing that goes up is rent. So when you're renting, I remember when I first rented my first apartment, this is going to date me a little bit, but you could get an apartment. I was in a small town and, for about $500 a month. Now we have lots of buyers I know that are in one-bedroom apartments that cost about $1,300 a month. And so I know over time that's something else that's gone up. And we see it time and time again, every year. It seems like rents kind of keep creeping up. And so the thing is about buying a home is you lock in your payments, you lock in the terms, you lock in the interest rate, and then that's your fixed payment for as long as you stay in that home. So to me, I think that's one of the greatest advantages of buying a home. Studies have shown that homeowners have a much higher net worth over time than people who rent. So that's another thing, kind of showing the statistics there. And what's great about buying a home right now is we're having really historically low interest rates. And the advantage of that is that you're locking in the price of today, but you're also locking it in with money that's really cheap. I kind of did a quick calculation, and if you bought a $250,000 house and you got, say, around a 4% interest rate, which is where we're at right now as I'm making this video, and then for quite a while there, interest rates were 6 or 7%, and I think that's kind of a historical average is right in there. So the difference between a $250,000 house at 4% and a $250,000 house at 6% is about $300 a month. We calculate that out over the course of a 15 or 30-year mortgage. That's a lot of money. So that's one of the great things too, is often right now we're helping people buy homes and their house payment is actually going to be cheaper than they would be paying in rent. And sometimes it's really close and maybe it's just a little bit more, just a little bit less, but you're locking that in and it's not going to go up unless you choose to move or, maybe do something different with your mortgage. So these are some great reasons why buying a home is just an outstanding investment over time. It also provides a lot of stability, that you get to choose whether you want to have a pet. You don't have to get that approved and maybe get locked into a certain neighborhood that you're really happy to be in, being closer to friends and family and all kinds of different things. And, sometimes with rentals, you don't have a lot of control over that. The landlord could decide to sell the property or make some changes, and all of a sudden you've got to find a new place to live. And that can be really disruptive for yourself and your family. So those are some of the other advantages of buying a home. And there are also some tax advantages to buying a home. So if you're not taking the standard deduction and you itemize your deductions, you're actually able to write off your interest and some of your taxes and things like that. You'll of course want to talk to your accountant about that to go through the nuances of it, but there are a lot of advantages to buying a home. So we obviously believe in home ownership, and I absolutely love being a real estate broker and helping folks, find their space in the world where they feel comfortable, and creating a lot of stability for their families, and hopefully some financial security as well. So if we can help you in any way, feel free to give us a call, text us, or email us. We've got a terrific team of agents here at Eugene Realty Group, and one of them will be happy to get right back to you and answer any questions that you have. Thanks so much.